In the heart of winter, on our 140-acre property in Australia, we await a day of calm, a day without the bluster of the wind, to finally set our solar panels on the roof of our humble shed. Each morning the frost and fog lay heavy over the land as if the world itself has frozen in anticipation. This land, with its raw beauty and untamed spirit, tests our resolve daily. The mornings greet us with a biting chill, the air crisp and unforgiving. Our solar panels have just been laid flat on the ground for a long time, and they're catching but just a whisper of the sun's warm embrace, only enough to offer a mere 40% of their promise. We could do with much more power from our solar panels, but for now, this is our beginning. So with hands weathered by the cold, I secured the Zenith metal screws, adding a second seal for good measure. I attached these screws to the brackets that Paul had screwed into each of the solar panels. I have no idea what I'm doing. I haven't done this before. I'm just following Paul's instructions, so hopefully I'm doing it right. Look at that, I'm building. And piece by piece, I pass the panels to Paul.
Just hold it there for a sec.
And with the precision of a craftsman, Paul measures, positions and secures the solar panels to the roof. And each panel is a testament to our perseverance, a beacon of hope in our journey towards self-sufficiency. Paul gets his exercise, climbing up and down the ladder 100 times. His determination mirrors our shared commitment to making this life work, no matter the obstacles. And the frost, a cruel visitor, has laid waste to our vegetable garden, sparing only the plants that we shielded with frost cloth. Nearby, a bird waits in silent vigil, ready to snatch up the unsuspecting bug. We managed to harvest a few small pumpkins before the vines died though. And surprisingly, my calendula plants, although they've been covered with frost cloth, are thriving. Our faithful dog Truffles seeks the sun's warmth. It's got down to almost -3 degrees Celsius here lately. Thankfully, we managed to mend the glass door of our wood heater. As we spend the morning working, I use the top of the wood heater to thaw out some frozen rice that I have. We have no microwave out here. These panels are going on the shed roof facing the north, but I've heard that in the southern hemisphere, south facing is ideal for solar panels and sunlight exposure. I'm not sure, but we've also got the shade of this tree right next to the shed, so I'm not sure how we're going to go with the sunlight. Everything's all a bit of trial and error out here. We've only got 6 panels, but it's a small army against the vast expanse of our needs. but up there they gleam with hope. And the solar panels once in place yield 22 volts. It's a start. In the meantime, we dream of more panels. Some of our panels we want to wire in series and others in parallel to harness the sun's full bounty. This small victory is a stepping stone to a future where we can rely solely on the power of the sun. And as the sun dips in the afternoon and the wind rises, the chill deepens. Truffles watches the kangaroos as they move through the tall grass, a timeless dance of survival. The citrus industry is facing a global orange shortage right now. The world's been relying on Brazil to produce more than 70% of the world's orange supply, but for the past 3 years it's been hit by drought and the citrus greening disease, reducing fruit production by almost 25%. I squeezed the fresh oranges. We got them from a local organic farmer, and the bright juice is a welcome refreshment after a day of hard work. One day our own trees will bear such fruit, but for now we live on dreams and small victories. The sweet tang of the juice brings a momentary escape, a taste of the abundance we hope to cultivate here. The next day brings us indoors. We were gifted this roll of insulation. It's not enough to cover the entire shed, but it's a start. We're able to insulate 2 walls, and also we pushed a tiny strip up into the peak of the roof, hoping to keep the warmth in, and hopefully it might help in stopping the big spiders from dropping down on our beds in the middle of the night. After 2 years of watching one of our walls' insulation fall repeatedly, we've finally discovered the secret: wooden wedges, simple yet effective. So we cut and place these wedges, securing the insulation so it stands firm against the wall, no longer a victim to gravity's pull. Once we put some walls up in the shed, it won't be such a big deal, but for now, they're really helpful. Truffles, ever the optimist, grows excited at the thought of a car ride.
What? Can you come in the car? Do you? Do you want to come in the car? Do you? Can you come in the car? Should we go in the car? Come on, yeah. Should we go? Should we go in the car? Do you want to go? Oh, come on, man.
Paul must meet the vegetable box delivery on the highway, a promise of fresh Asian greens. On the journey, a kangaroo bounds alongside the car, a silent companion of the road. The Wollongara veggie shed does not disappoint. Chemical-free produce straight from their farm about 15 minutes away from our shed. And once back home, there's wood to be split, a fire to be fed. The rhythmic chopping of wood echoes through the valley, a reminder of the constant work needed to survive. And as night falls, hundreds of white cockatoos, the corellas, fill the air as they seek a roost. I don't know if our possum neighbour is going to be very happy about this. A beam of light from our torch sends them scattering, their white feathers caught in the fading twilight as they search for a new home. In this vast and untamed land, each day is a battle, a story of resilience and hope. We find beauty in the struggle, in the little moments of triumph and togetherness. The land teaches us patience, endurance, and a profound respect for the cycle of nature. And so we carry on, with the sun and the stars as our guide, dreaming of a future where our efforts bear fruit and our little piece of the world thrives.